Hello everybody, today I'm at Zeigler Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram taking a look at this all-new 2019 Ram 1500. This is the Tradesman model, so it is the base model they have. You don't get any chrome with this. Everything is all black. Grille, bumpers, fog lights would go there if equipped. Tow hooks would go there if equipped. You do get your standard halogen bulbs. I know a lot of people like the LED lights, but the lowest trim you can go to get that would be the Bighorn. There's that. Working our way to the side of the vehicle, you do have your 1500 5.7 Hemi badge right there. Your standard Tradesman rims. A little bit of a splash guard right here. Something cool that I like that Ram does is they give you these little plastic molding pieces underneath areas that typically get hit with rocks, and being up in the north, Michigan has a lot of salt on their roads, and typically you see rust right here. So they try to prevent that by giving you plastic pieces behind the front wheel and in front and behind the rear wheel. You do have your Ram logo right here. LED puddle light right there. Flip up tow mirrors with LED indicator. The cab on this vehicle is 4 inches bigger with the 2019 model year. Again, here's that plastic piece right here and in back. This vehicle does not have the dual exhaust, just comes out the side right there. Your 4x4 badge, the new Ram logo, backup camera, and your tailgate release is a button, not a latch, which is pretty nice. You do have your standard 4-pin and 7-pin connector. Right here is your spare tire access point. It used to be up underneath the tailgate right in here between the bumper and tailgate. However, a lot of people were chipping their paint right here trying to get their spare tire down, so they moved it over there. Probably a good idea. Here's your standard halogen lights for the Ram, so this is what they look like. Here's a quick shot of the bed. Let's take a closer look at the interior of this vehicle. This model, being the Tradesman, is going to be pretty bare bones. However, you're going to see a lot of features currently that are offered with the Tradesman that are not offered as standard with other competitors. So starting over here, we do have all automatic windows. All of your controls for them are right here. Your mirror controls are here as well. Working our way over to the right, you do have your lighting controls. You also do have an automatic on and off feature, which is very cool that they include that with the Tradesman package, or trim I should say. You have your dimmer switches. This one's for the gauge cluster. Right here is for the gauge cluster, I'm sorry. And this is for the ambient lighting in the vehicle. Under that you have your electronic parking brake. Working our way up to the gauge cluster, you have a small LCD display that is controlled by this control pad on the steering wheel. You do have yellow needles in the lower trim levels, and I believe they're red in the higher trims. Working our way back to the steering wheel, you do have a little bit of leather right here, it feels like. Other than that, the steering wheel seems to be a rubbery material. Right here on the left side you have your control pad for the display screen right here, which, by the way, doesn't seem to be big and grand, but you do get a lot of options and you can monitor a lot of vehicle parameters with this screen. It's way better than the outgoing model in the sense that you have a lot more, I don't know, control, and you can see a lot more than you were able to before. Something cool that they include is hands-free Bluetooth call buttons right here. Over here is your cruise control buttons and your gear limit select buttons right there. Working our way over to the right, you do have a push button start on the Tradesman. Push button start comes standard now on all 2019 Rams. Under that you have your rotary dial shift right here, as well as your transfer case buttons right there. Coming up top, you have a little storage pocket for some pens, pencils, or glasses. And you have a 12-volt outlet right there, which is awesome if you're gonna plug in a dash cam, radar detector, or GPS. Under that, we have your standard Uconnect 3.0. This is the base radio that comes on a few models. It is the cheapest, however, it is touchscreen, which is pretty cool. It also has a backup camera when the vehicle is put in reverse. One second, let me get out of here. The backup camera turns on. Mute buttons, screen off. I'm a huge fan of the screen off button. If you're driving at nighttime, you don't want to be blinded and have a lot of glare from the screen, so you can turn that off right there. Under that you have your hazards, your hazard button right there. All of your heating and cooling controls. Integrated trailer brake. This dealership specifically, I believe, is ordering all of their vehicles with the tow package. It just makes sense. People would rather have the tow mirrors and not need them than need them and not have them. That being said, the tow mirrors now comes with the towing package. I believe in the previous model year, even if you got the towing package, you would have to opt for the trailering mirrors. When you control the gain, you can actually see it up on the center screen. Pretty cool. Working our way over to the right, you have your traction control button on off, indicated by a little amber light there, and a notification on the gauge cluster, and your tow haul mode on off right there. Under that you have this storage bin, which is, you just push this little button right here and it pops out. You have coin storage in front, as well as a pretty deep storage cubby behind that. Over here to the left of that you have all of your auxiliary USB cables are vertical compared to horizontal if you would opt for a center console. This vehicle seats 6 people, so they put them vertical. 2 USB Type-Cs, 2 regular USBs, and an auxiliary jack right there. A little bit of storage right here. This is the center 6th seat. Something that I like too is once the seat is up, it's locked into place, so there's no chance if you put your arm up like this, you're gonna swing it down. To move it down, you pull this little cord right here, and then it comes down. You do have 2 cup holders instead of 3. The previous model year had 3. I really wish they would have carried that over. More cup holders, the better, right? Nice leather armrest right here. Behind that you have nice deep storage right here, probably, I don't know, 4 to 5 inches deep. Cord management right here. Spots for some pens and some more storage right there. Working our way over to the passenger seat, we have this little storage shelf right here. On the higher trim models, this would be blocked off, and there'd be a button here, you'd push it and it'd open. However, on the Tradesman model, you just get a shelf. Standard glove box right there. The passenger does have a vanity, however, it is not lit. I don't know how well you'll be able to see that with the sun coming in. Up here you have your standard halogen dome map lights. This is your button to turn it off when the doors are open, or you can turn all of them on. Something cool that this Tradesman has is it does have a rear sliding window in the back, and there is a button up here that controls it. So traditionally you'd have to slide that manually. but with this model, they include a button. Behind that, you have standard glasses storage, sun visor right here. Pretty basic, straightforward front portion of the cab. This being a Tradesman, again, it's going to be bare bones. You do get some pretty cool standard features, however, that not a lot of other Tradesman models or work truck models would have. That being said, let's see how much room we have in the back. Just a couple things I'd like to point out before we get into the back. Ram is the only company to offer in-floor storage like this. So this is your in-floor storage. It's on both sides of the vehicle. This is bigger than the previous year, model year. Something to note too, you do have units of measurement. This side is centimeters, going from 1 to 26 centimeters, and this side is inches, going from 1 to 15 inches. Another thing, this is removable, so you can put ice in there or store stuff in here and just take it out to wash it out. Another thing, this is one solid bench. Typically, this would be split into two pieces. You'd have one seat split and you can lift up, and then the two seats can lift up. However, with this, it's all just one, so you just lift it up like that. This does have a flat load floor. There is no more transmission hump right here, so if you want to load TVs or something that needs to stay flat that is big, but you don't want to put it in the bed necessarily, you can put it in here. Very cool. I like that all the manufacturers are switching over to flat load floors. Let's put this seat down and hop on up into the vehicle. Now, I am 5'11", and the driver's seat is situated where it would be if I was driving. That being said, I'd say I have a solid 7 to 8 inches of room before my knees would hit the driver's seat, so I can slouch down and pretty much recline myself in here and still be comfortable. Over here, you do have your heating and cooling vents for the rear passengers, which is awesome. And you have a little storage cubby right here. Pretty standard, basic, bare bones interior. You have your dome light up top. On other models, you would have a armrest, but this being the Tradesman, you don't have that. Overall, I'm really impressed with the amount of room you get back here, and I'm happy that you do have heating and cooling vents for the rear passengers. You don't see that a lot on these workman Tradesman model vehicles. Let's take a quick look at the bed. So again, being pretty much the base model, you're not going to get the remote tailgate drop. On the other higher end models, there's a couple ways to open the tailgate. The traditional way, coming up to it and pushing the button and it'll open. You can do that with this one. Another way is on the key fob. On the higher end models, you can push the key fob button twice and it'll drop. And there's also a button in the cab you can push for it to drop. So the only way to drop this is to push the button and it'll drop. It is not dampened or assisted, so it will fall pretty quickly. However, this is aluminum along with the hood and all the doors in the vehicle, so it is extremely light. I can open and close it with 2 fingers. Very cool. Here's another shot of the bed. You do have 4 tie-down points in the bed. Let's take a look at the window sticker. Here's a quick look at the window sticker. I'll kind of read it out to you because I don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera because of the glare. But the base price of this vehicle is $37,995. This is the maximum steel metallic clear coat color. This has the 5.7 Hemi with the 8-speed automatic transmission. All of your standard features are in this rectangle, as well as some of this rectangle over here. Your optional equipment is as follows. This does have the level 1 equipment group for $1,555, and this also has the 392 rear axle ratio, bringing the total price of this Tradesman model to $43,230. Your fuel economy estimates are right here. 15 city, 21 highway for a combined of 17. This vehicle can be had for a lot less depending on the incentives and rebates you qualify for. I'd like to thank Zeigler, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram for allowing me to come to their lot and do a video walkthrough of this vehicle. If you're interested in this vehicle or a brand new 2019 Ram 1500, like always, I'll put all the info in the description below. As of the time I'm filming this video, late July 2018, they have about 32 different Ram 1500s on their lot, ranging from Tradesman all the way up to Limited. So again, I'll put all their info in the description below. Like always, thanks for watching and have a great day.